So as many of you know, this is my 700th video. I wasn't going to do anything special because I don't think 750 is that special of a number. I think 750 is more monumental, but I'm not going to argue. One of the guys said that in the comments on yesterday's video that a room tour would be awesome, and the comment got like 140 likes. I personally don't see what's so great about room tours, but who am I to argue? I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs, and this is where the snazzy happens. Let's get started. That was a terrible tagline. Okay, so we start over here by my front door. It's currently shut because my house is loud. And we have a picture of the LDS Hong Kong Temple. Pretty sweet. Right here we have a drape setup for my green screen, which is over in that nook and cranny right there. Folded up, actually scrunched up and smashed in there. It's probably going to be terribly crinkled the next time I pull it out. I got a light switch here. Down here I got a... That's 3 years old now. Should probably get rid of that. That was a backstage pass to a concert I did, a gig I did a couple years ago. Right there, I have my Eagle Scout Award. Yes, I am an Eagle Scout. I got it quite some time ago when I was 14, so 2007, 2008. Anyway, so that's pretty awesome. It's been there for 4 years. Haven't hung it up or anything of the like, so anyway. Right here, I got my school backpack for all my learningness. It's been stressful. A lot of work lately. We go to my bed here with the bedspread and bedboard, and of course we have a Throwboy Finder pillow. Roberto Hoyos does some amazing stuff. Beautiful pillow maker. So you can pick up your Throwboy at throwboy.com. I think they're like 25 or 30 bucks. They have a bunch of different icons. I have the Finder, and I think it's pretty sweet, and they're all handmade and pretty awesome. Anyway, so let's move to my dresser here. Not a whole lot going on. I have some business cards, my cologne. I have Calvin Klein Intense Euphoria and Kenneth Cole Reaction. I have a very miniature terracotta soldier right here. I got this in Shenzhen, China when I was there probably, it was a while ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago now. And that was an amazing trip. We went all over to Shenzhen, Xi'an, Shanghai, Beijing, Guilin, you know, we were all over, and so this was really, really cool. Right here I have a crap drawer. I have my P.O. Box key, a MacBook connector, a battery, some coins, some shirt things. What are these called, by the way? I don't know what those are called. Do they even have a name? You know, like the little shirt things. You tuck them in and it keeps your collar nice and stiff. I don't know. I got my graduation tassel I never did anything with, so a piece of garbage. That's good. And that's my desk, nothing exciting. Right here we have a Drobo FS, which I did a review on quite some time ago. The Drobo is pretty much a RAID array, but it's really advanced. It's called Beyond RAID, and that's because you don't have to do anything. It pretty much manages itself, which is pretty darn awesome. What you can do is you can pull this bay off. It's a 5-bay RAID array. I have 3 2TB drives in, and unlike a regular RAID array where you have to rebuild it when something goes wrong, this does it all automatically. So I could pop a drive out. The Drobo says, hey, what the crap, put that back in, and I can then pop in a new drive, I can pop in a completely different drive, I can hot swap drives, doesn't matter, Drobo knows what to do, and it rebuilds your data in like 10 or 15 minutes. So that will be completely restored. Even though I pulled out a drive, I could have stuck in a brand new one, and it will completely restore to its healthy state. Really amazing. Hard drives fail all the time. I actually had one fail on me last week, so this is a new 2TB Seagate drive, and I just recommend that you pick one of these up because they really do save your data. Hard drives are incredibly unreliable, and it really sucks when you have, you know, your whole family album stored on your computer and it goes to the crapper and you have to pay $1,000 to recover half of the images. You know, it just really sucks. You should be smart about backing up. I'm not saying you have to get a big fancy system like this. This is hooked to our network. We stream media through this. We do a bunch of stuff. I'm not saying you need a Drobo, but you should at least get one of these. I have a additional Western Digital 2.5 1TB drive, and I do a weekly backup to this. I do a nightly backup to the Drobo, but I do a weekly backup manually to this because saving your data really is important. This is a bootable backup, so if anything went wrong with my internal hard drive, you know, you're safe. You should always back up in more than one location. I back up online, I back up to this, and I back up to my Drobo. I usually have this in a safe that's waterproof and fireproof. So, I mean, really saving your data is really important, especially if you have photos and sensitive documents and videos. And, you know, it's just really sucky to lose stuff. So be smart, back up, etc., etc. Right here we have my light boxes. These are from Cowboy Lighting. They're pretty ballin'. I use these over on my setup, which I'll show you in a minute. And right here, we can take a look inside. These are some seriously fluorescent lights. If we pop this open, you can see, boom. I mean, that thing is huge. Look at my hand. Can't see it. My hand is like, this is a big old bulb, right? So those put out a ton of lumens, a lot of heat, but they're really awesome for making sure you have awesome looking video, which is certainly something you'd want. I have two of them. I think they're like $150 for a pair, so I've used them well over the last 2 years. Awesome for me. You know, a lot of people don't need something this heavy duty. You can just go with like a desk lamp and that will work fine. But right here is kind of where the fun happens. I have what is kind of like an old tech museum. Now, in all of these boxes right here, I have past review product. I have review product that I've already reviewed, stuff that I need to review, giveaway stuff that I've done and need to ship, etc., etc. It's all in these boxes. Now, I used to be hyper organized. Like that was always cases, that was always headphones, that was stuff I needed to review. This was stuff I'd already reviewed that didn't fit in these two cases. I mean, it was like hyper organized, and over the last few months, it just turned into like whatever. If there's room in the box, throw it in there. So it's super unorganized, and I need to kind of redo that. But that's my system there. I have some yearbooks. I have some magazines, Mac Life. I have some old Mac Life magazines. Let's see, what's the oldest one here? I guess they're not too old. 2008. I've been getting this magazine since 2006. So MacBook something. What is it? Let's take a look. Oops. Meet the Mac of your dreams. The perfect Mac for every tech enthusiast. Really awesome magazine. They do reviews and news, and it's just pretty stellar. Anyway, there you go. It's from Future Publishing. There you have it. Right up here, I have some retro tech. Let's start right here. This is the iMac G3. This series, this iMac, was the first iMac, and this was also my first computer. I got this at age 5. I didn't actually get this specific model. I got the original. It was the Bondi Blue, or Bondi Blue, as we say in America. And it had the ejecting drive, which was really awesome. This was the slot load drive, which was just unheard of back in the days. And this was one of the first models to have slot loading drives, but specs are pretty weak. It has like a, I don't know, an 800 megahertz processor. No, it might have been a 600 megahertz processor, like 128 gigabytes of RAM, and I think a 15 gigabyte hard drive. Right here you can see there's some wretched old ports, two FireWire 400, two USB 1, Ethernet. You actually have freaking phone jack right there, reset buttons, and a couple of other stuff. Right here we have the very ancient Macintosh PowerBook 180. Now I also have the 160 right here. The 160, the 180, and the 140 were all released in 1992. This was like the quad-core i7 of its time. There was no trackpads back then. You needed this little ball to navigate around stuff, and it was pretty ridiculous. But you know, it was an awesome little keyboard, and it was really killer machine back in the day. Obviously, I was too young to have one when they came out, but I did start to collect these, and they're really killer machines. They have black and white displays, grayscale. I think 16-bit grayscale. This is where the battery goes. Both of them are shot to death, and I can't get it out, so I'm not going to try. Right here, we have kind of like a little disorganized mess. We have every iPhone box since the original iPhone. If we take a look at the original iPhone, look what's on that home screen. Not a lot. The calculator app looks completely different. There's no iTunes store or even App Store. You couldn't move tiles around. You know, this was very, very, you know, in its own class way back in 2007. Of course, we now have the iPhone 4S, and I've had every generation since 2007. Now, right here, we have the 3rd generation iPod. This is my favorite iPod ever made. Absolutely amazing. Everything is touch sensitive. I did a retro review on this a very long time ago. This is actually, I believe, a 40 gigabyte. Yes. So, I mean, it held a lot of space, especially for 2003, but it didn't come at a cheap price. It was $5.99 US. Now, this is the original iPhone. This one's gone through the beater. This was my original iPhone that I bought with my very own money as a janitor at age 14. Maybe I was 15. And this is the 8 gigabyte model. I paid $599 for this. Can you believe that? And that was on contract. It came with a dock. It came with a bunch of cool stuff that you just don't get nowadays in iPhones, which is a crying shame. And I have here another collector's piece, the very last cell phone that Palm made before they were acquired by HP. This is the Palm Pixie Plus, which came out, I think, in early 2010, maybe late 2009. There's another Eagle kind of deal that I got from my grandparents. Something a viewer made me, which is pretty awesome. A camera bag, which I no longer use because I don't have my T2i anymore. I sold it and actually just bought a Fujifilm X10. And I'll talk about why I bought that camera and why I bought a point and shoot versus a DSLR in the coming months. There's the papers I dropped. That's embarrassing. Shutters here. Of course, we go to the main attraction where I actually do most of my work. Now, if you take a look on the floor, I have a Blue Lounge cable box. It used to be a lot more organized than this. I actually need to do some reorganization, but I have 2 power strips in there. I'm going to crap load of cords that are coming out of both sides. And when all this propaganda is out of the way, it looks really clean, really fresh. And yeah, it's kind of expensive. It's like a $20 plastic box, but it is fire resistant and a couple of other neat things. So there's that. I'll do a review on that sometime soon here. Here's my chair. It's nothing fancy. It's just like an $80 office chair or something like that, but it does the job. It's comfy. I like it. And here we are at my desk. Now, of course, we have my 2011 MacBook Pro. That is the quad-core i7 2.2 gigahertz. I've taken out the optical drive and put in a Otherworld Computing 120 gigabyte SSD. I also upgraded the RAM to 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. I have some Monsoon speakers here, which I did a review on about a year ago. These are very old speakers. I got these for my 8th birthday, and they're neodymium magnets, so they're super thin, and these will sell for $400 to $500, sometimes even more on eBay, because they're really hard to find, and they're really amazing speakers. Back when they were new, I think they were $130, and now you'll pay 5 times that. I have a Vizio TV here for my monitor. It's less than stellar. I mean, it does the job, but it's not great. I'm not one to complain though, because you know, it's not like I'm doing gaming or anything really all that great on here. I do edit video, but I don't know. It's not that big a deal to me. So this is fine. It's a 21.5 inch. I have my Face Vision N1 webcam here, which puts out some really stellar HD video. I'm going to do a review on this soon here as well. I've had this for probably 2 years and haven't done a review on it. We go down to my Xbox 360, and I gotta be 100% honest, all it is a stand for this monitor. I mean, if you go look in the back, there is nothing connected to it. And that is because I use OnLive, and I love OnLive. Granted, I did pre-order the brand new SSX for Xbox today, so I'll have to rehook this up on February 28th when it comes out. But I love OnLive. It's awesome, cloud gaming, it's stellar. I can't believe it works as well as it does. There's almost no lag now. It's really awesome. I have an aluminum Mac pad right here with, of course, the Logitech Performance MX. This is, as far as I'm concerned, the best mouse you can get for the Mac. It's absolutely fantastic. Outclasses the Magic Mouse in every way, shape, and form. And then I have a very, very old Apple Pro keyboard, which came with the original iMac G5. And as many of you know, they moved away from this traditional spring keyboard to their chiclet style. I prefer this style. It's a lot louder, it's a lot more robust, and it's a lot faster and easier to type on. You have 2 USB 2.0 hubs there. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Smashburger, it's where I ate lunch today, and under that it's on a Masters coaster. Heck yeah, go golf. Love golf. Right here, I have the Hi-Fi Man EF2A, which I'm going to be doing a review on very soon. This is a headphone amplifier. It's a cheap tube amp. It's only $170, which is very, very reasonable considering the power you get out of it. And below it, I have the M Audio Fast Track Pro, which is where I have my Blue mouse connected. All the videos you watch from me with good audio, not this one, come from the Blue mouse, which goes into the M Audio Fast Track Pro, which mixes to USB, which I go directly into my MacBook Pro. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. I've got my Hi-Fi Man amp here. I'm actually getting a brand new Woo Audio WA6 amplifier. It should come today. Hasn't yet. hope it does. I'm very excited for that. And anyway, right here I have a Super Drive from LG. This is like 80 bucks or something like that. I don't know. It's not that great, but it's better than the wretched one that is inside the MacBook Pro, and it's also better than the one I don't have in there because I have the SSD. So that's how I use CDs. Yes, I do use CDs all the time because I have a very large CD library. It's actually in my closet, which I'm not going to show you because it's a messy disaster. But I probably have about 150 albums in there I bought over the years. Got some scissors there. I have, of course, the Rode mic boom, which is fantastic. I love this thing. Back there, I have a Canon lens for the T2i. I haven't sold yet. Some markers, Sharpies, pencils, some capacitive styluses, an eraser, a couple of other things. Right here, I have my new love and joy and pride, the Sennheiser HD650 headphones. These are seriously amazing. And that's part of the reason I got the new Woo Audio WA6 is because the EF2A, as great as it is, does not have enough power to drive these. These are 300 ohms. So they suck a lot of power, but boy, do they sound fantastic, and I'll do a review on those in the near future. Bought them off of Amazon. They were a good price. I got them refurbished for $289. They're normally $500, so that's pretty good. Down on the floor, I have the Monsoon subwoofer box that I haven't thrown away because it's too hard to reach, and I'm lazy. And I have a Samsung laser printer here. We have a network printer downstairs that's a lot better. It's a laser color printer. This is just black and white, but when I print out an assignment, I don't want to walk downstairs because it's 3 a.m. I just use this bad boy, and it does all right. This is where I film all my videos. I have my tripod right here, and this is the camera I usually use, the Canon HF10. Right now I'm using the far superior HFS200, which I've been using the last couple videos. It's my mom's, and she's been letting me borrow it because it's quite a bit better than that one over there. However, I mean, this is an amazing camera, and it's a lot of dough. This one used to be a lot of dough. It's pretty cheap now, and I mean that with a grain of salt because it's not cheap by any means. It's about $400 on eBay used, but you know, there you have it. I take my light boxes from over here to over here, and I set them up right there, and I swivel that blue mouse from where my desk is to pretty much right here. I set up the tripod, and this is where you see all of my videos. There's not a very wide surface area, but there you have it. It's where my videos happen. Now, I do have some stuff in these shelves. They're kind of some crappy drawers, but you know, can't complain. In this drawer right here is mostly my audio stuff. I have this iPhone case amplifier, which the name escapes me. I did a preview at CES, and they sent me one to try out. The Venturecraft Unit 4 DAP, the Go DAP. I have my Zune HD. I have my Roku P. I have my Zoe, Digitoid Zoe. I actually have my my EF7 downstairs from FIO. I have 3 Square credit card readers because I used to do an a local business here in Salt Lake. I don't really do it anymore, but used to. I have a bunch of SD cards, 4 or 5 here that I just haven't used lately. I have a Gemalto key generator. This is so I can access securely my Amazon Web Store account. This number will expire in approximately 3 minutes, so hurry. Right there I have a Kingston Y drive that allows you to stream video and media to up to 5 iOS or really any network-enabled devices, which is pretty awesome. And I have oodles of headphones. In fact, in the back there, I even have a pair of Beats Tours. Ooh, never used them, as you can tell. You know, the Futuresonics Atrio M5, the Denon 80HM or 100, I think they're called. I have the Clarity 1 C1. I have a bunch of other headphones that I haven't used in a very long time. See these right there? The Bose in-ear headphones. This was my very, very first video back in 2008. Still have those headphones even today. So that's what's in my headphone drawer. Below it is a real headphone drawer, and it's a little bit messier. I have some Sennheiser HD202s. I mean, I have some of those. I have these Sennheiser HD400s. I have some Grotto SR80s. I have some Hi-Fi Man 300. Yada, yada, yada. There's a lot of headphones in there. Anyway, that's where I keep all my audio gear, and that's my review table. I mean, that's where the magic happens. Doesn't look like much, but you'd be surprised. Now, as we turn around here, you see my garbage, and here's my bedside table. I have a Dwight bobblehead. It's pretty great. I have my landline telephone. Yes, we do still use those in this household. And I have this. This is a new 6,000 milliamp hour battery from SGP, Spigen, if you will. and it's pretty stellar. I've been packing this around with me on school to recharge stuff on the go, and it works pretty great. Right here, I have my Nook Simple Touch. Nope. Crap. I use this every day, without fail. Right here, every day. Read books all the time. This is what I use. I prefer the Nook Touch to the Kindle. Kindle's not great. I much prefer the Nook. The user interface is better. The touch capacity is better. It's just a better reader. Refresh rate's faster. You can like Kindle, but I like Nook because it's better. Right here I have some scriptures. I am a Mormon, LDS, if you will, so that's pretty neat. Right here I have a couple of things. I have this Blue Lounge Sumo in action. It's hooked up to my newer technology, Power to You. As you can see, there's just 2 USB sockets coming right outside of the jack, which is pretty awesome. I have my Samsung Galaxy Note, which is currently my phone I'm using, and I have the iPhone 4S, which I use all the time for Instagram, and this is like the iPod Touch basically for me. I use it around home, etc., etc. This is a new case I got yesterday from Pure Gear, and holy cow, is it durable. This might be the durable case of durable cases. I'm going to put it to the test, but I can already tell you it's better than the OtterBox Defender, maybe even the Reflex series. So this thing's a beast. In fact, Larry Greenberg and I were joking yesterday on Twitter how it was so hard to get off, because it really is. It's like 100% plastic. I couldn't bend this to save my life. So there's some cons to this, but I'll test it more thoroughly and give you a review in the coming weeks. Last but certainly not least, we have my Argon 18 Platinum. This is my racing bike. I don't use it often anymore because it's winter. In the summer, I use this all the time. I have my racing shorts there, a helmet, I have my shoes, and of course I have the actual bike. It's pretty amazing. I love this thing. I'm not a super bike geek, so I know this is a great bike. I got a really, really good deal on it. I have Dura-Ace pedals, and I have Shimano. It's great. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I like it. It's a good bike for me, and that's why I use it. But there you go. This is me, Quinn. That's Snazzy iPhone guy, and this is my room. Hopefully it was eventful. Hey, check it out. You can see the mountains from here. They get really tall over there. See them? Whoa! I can't point. Right there. Pretty fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. 700 videos. Let's go for 700 more. I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, rating, commenting, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. Have a great weekend. And as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.